Hi Joe, as promised, here's a little look at our lesson today. Um, Topics were fairly minimal. We got Club Championship coming up this weekend, so we don't want to get into too much stuff change-wise, which I don't like to do that anyway. We started with the fact that you need some help with your aim. Your little internal compass isn't so good. So let's use these two clubs to give us a good routing where we want to go. This camera angle doesn't do those clubs justice, but bottom line is you're aiming more right than you think. And here's here's what has occurred because of that over time. Get a little swing plane line here. You're going to see that your swing is going to go to the left, which means a little bit over the top. Perfect world, we want to see that club sliding along that red line on the way back to the ball. You see it's out over the top of it. So your swing circle's kind of going a little bit. See how the club's outside the ball a little bit. So we'd rather have it coming more inside there, but because your aim was over there, your little compass up there in the brain is and that little bad shot missed to the right, that's always part of your history. Typically that means our swing intuitively kind of ends up going that way on the downswing. So a little outside. Now it's just a question of what the club face is going to be. If it's square to that line, it's going to be a dead pull left. If it's a little open, we'll put a little side spin, little slice side spin on it, and it'll come back into play that way. Okay, if it's open. If it's square, ball's going to stay there going on that swing path, and if it by chance it gets closed, it's actually going to have a little pull hook on it. Okay, so that's a good way to diagnose your balls. But once you started getting it aimed correctly, your driver swing looked pretty good. So we were focusing a lot on your irons here on the left. I think we had agreed that your primary miss tends to be hitting a little bit fat behind the ball. So the way I try to describe that to you, if we kind of looked at the golf swing as a circle from this view, what we want to do to avoid that fat shot and have the divot in front of the ball on the target side instead of the back is we got to time how that club comes down here versus when we start moving over to that left leg. So as you said, we got to get that hip going first, and we see how the club moving a little bit earlier. On this particular one, you made a nice shift. You can see you're on your left leg pretty good. My guess is we're going to see the ball jump off the club face here, and we're going to make a divot in front. This is a good illustration of a good impact where the ball's up in the air and the club's still on the ground, making a divot. Okay, so essentially what happens is this circle actually ends up moving more this way. So the circle actually moves towards the target a little bit. Let me clean that up a little bit. So by the time the bottom of the swing, we want the bottom of the swing to be here. So if your circle starts here, I describe the golf swing as a circle, and I describe the circle has actually moved a couple inches forward at the end. The result is you're going to make a divot right in front of that ball because you've moved forward. Okay, so we're going to hit the ball on the way to the divot, and if you don't time that right, at the time you moved over that left leg, see, pretty good. There's going to be a good impact. I like how your body turns through there. Let's have a look at your swing full speed. Looks good. Okay. Back view, couple nice looking golf swing here. A little hitch, got a little hitch in that takeaway, but I wouldn't worry about that until a later time. So get your body aimed correctly and get that swing sequence from the top of the swing. Make that divot in front of the ball. A little pause at the top. Feel that left hip moving towards the target, and all your weight's on the front leg by the time you make an impact. That'll take care of that fat shot. Okay? Good luck this weekend, and keep me posted on your progress, okay? Enjoyed it.